I'm Seamus Hughes Kennedy, and I'm a showjumper who produces horses up to international level. We always would have grown up around horses in my granny's house down in Cusgrange, where Marion's Yard is now, HHS. But I suppose the first time I remember riding horses mostly would have been in Warrington Equestrian Centre in Maloney's, and Roberta used to give us all lessons there, trotting around the barrels, and I remember I used to get awful back pain doing it anyway, with the kind of half sitting trot. Now wasn't great at it. But then I suppose it wasn't really until I started hunter trialing and doing actually the minimus and stuff like that back when I was 11 is when I started properly riding then, so I've kind of been going from there. I used to do a few gymkhanas and stuff as I was hunter trialing to, as we were going, I had one 13-2 pony that we bought off Dundee called Kate that I used to do plenty of hunter trials in Pilltown and all those shows on. And then we just kind of, we bought a young 14-2 then, or off Sharon Fitzpatrick actually, off Jonathan Fitzpatrick. And she ended up winning the 6 and 7 year olds in Dublin. She ended up being a right pony. We bought her as a 3 or 4 year old, I think, and then also at the same time we bought the Cusgrange Cavaladam pony. She was a 9-year-old broodmare though. She hadn't done anything, but she was unbroken, and then she just ended up kind of, as we stayed jumping her, she just got better and better, and 3 years later then she ended up on the gold medal winning squad out in Hungary in Cappelsfire there. So it was all just kept snowballing into better and better anyway. So we were lucky with the ponies we had at the time when I was starting out. I would have been helped an awful lot by Jim O'Neill, Ger O'Neill's father, and then Jim used to give a lot of us all around the same age. He used to give us all hand and ponies, and he was very good. He got us all confident and really riding for the fence, and got us all very competitive. And then in the last few years now, I've got a big hand off Ger O'Neill. He's always been there for me now, and he's always been willing to help us, and like he's always been great there. Great man to have in the corner now, because he'll always fight to get you where you should be. We sold my pony Cusgrange Cavaladam after she won the pony jumping trophy at the World Cup in Mechlin, and then after that then we actually bought an older horse, Louis Dore, that Paddy O'Donnell was riding, and then I kind of had him in my last year 14-2, so I was kind of doing a lot of pony stuff, but then was jumping a few national Grand Prix and getting into the circuit kind of. And I did find it hard the first year. I was very small, and I was very small and kind of light now when I was in ponies. But but then so it was good that time anyway. So I found it hard the first year, definitely. But then as I got into juniors, I was a lot more up with it, and then I was actually second in a premier with him in Galway there. That Ballinasloe, he was second in the premier there. And then he had a run of results, got on very well, and then unfortunately actually he had a colic, and he passed away just before the Europeans when he was on the team. But then it all kind of, it was obviously it was a very big setback at the time, but then it forced me to put more work into the Cavadora mare, and then 4 months later she went on to win the 7-year-olds in Lanaken, and I think she was the first 7-year-old Irish sport horse to win it, or she was thereabouts anyway now. So it was good anyway. Yeah, I never jumped in Lanaken before, and I was probably, just kind of went in kind of a bit innocent, thinking that I could win it, whereas like if you look back at it now, like there was probably no shot of actually, if I was to think rationally, I was well out of the chance. But kind of going in with the kind of blind ignorance, thinking that we could do it, ended up actually leading to us winning it then in the end. It was my first year first year out of ponies, so I was it was very unexpected from everybody else around the place anyway, even though we might have thought that we would have done it, but we didn't really know what Lanaken was and all that. But yeah, we've done a good bit of breeding now. It's kind of all been a bit of a snowball as well now. Kind of the first one we would have bred was back in 2017, but that was only one foal, and then, well, Mum's always been breeding herself, with a few mares here and there, kind of sometimes in Marions or whatever over the years, but but yeah, no, it's kind of every year we've kind of been trying to look at mares and looking at stallions and trying to kind of build it up a bit. But now, like, if you want horses up to a level, like once they're 5, 6 or 7, they get very, very expensive very quickly. So it's so we're just trying to build up a kind of a baseline that we have horses always coming up, that like now every horse that you breed is kind of, they're not all going to turn out to be superstars at show jumping level, to a show jumping international level, but if they can be superstars up to a level anyway, that's what we'd like anyway. My horse that I had last year, ESI Ali, I've jumped him in the 6-year-olds in Dublin and the 7, 8-year-olds in Dublin. Just even getting into the main ring, like it's rings like that I want to try get the horses into when they get older and stuff, and they can get that experience at a young age. Hopefully it bring them on.